Patience happens to be one among the foremost important qualities to have. We show patience by enacting our capacity for it, by exercising the patience we have. Here are some suggestions for developing the skill of patience. Do a little deep breathing. This simple exercise can be used in times of tension or anxiety. It can help you refocus mentally, has the power to calm the body, and can bring back balance and tranquility. Deep breathing encourages full oxygen exchange. Not surprisingly, this type of breathing is proven to help create coherent wave patterns in heart rhythm and can lower or stabilize blood pressure. This helps restore balance and calm in your mental and emotional nature while activating the affirming power of your heart. Attitude of gratitude. It can be helpful to choose to think about the good that we receive in life. Often the difficulties that trigger impatience are smaller things or are at least only a part of your life. Much of our time and energy is spent pursuing things we currently do not have. We all have the ability to cultivate gratitude by developing an attitude of gratitude, which reverses our priorities to help us focus on and appreciate all that we have. A handful of studies suggest that gratitude may be associated with the virtue of patience. Be more realistic. One of the strategies for developing the skill of patience is adjusting our expectations so they are more realistic. In this sense, we can learn to expect life's inevitable little annoyances and disruptions and learn to manage them with a calm and rational mind. Find the root causes. The development of patience requires an understanding of the root causes for our stress and frustration. You can take a day where you develop patience like a physical exercise, something that requires persistence and effort. Make a concerted effort to think about everything you do during the day and observe all the ways in which you could make different decisions. Focus on your ways for developing a depth of patience. Stop technique. This is a tension-reducing technique which can be used when you encounter difficulty. A stop technique is a pause in the action mindfulness-based practice for the purpose of stepping back, looking at the situation more objectively, planning a strategy and asking for help. Once you adopt this technique, you are able to bring your most calm, productive and patient self to the problem. Cognitive reappraisal, a strategy recommended by Sarah H. Nidker, an associated professor of psychology and neuroscience, is to use a technique called cognitive reappraisal, which suggests thinking about a situation differently and that you use this technique before you have an emotional response. This entails 1. Getting to the emotional situation, which can elicit an automatic judgment of the situation, called an appraisal, and then 2. A cognitive reevaluation of the situation in a more neutral or positive direction, called a reappraisal. Several scientific research studies have shown that the use of cognitive reappraisal can change one's actual subjective emotional experience very quickly and even show negative effects of emotion on the body. For instance, anger typically causes one's heart rate and respiration rate to increase, but upon reappraisal, these bodily responses do not spike nearly as high. Framing effects. The framing effect is a cognitive bias where people decide on options based on how options are presented or framed. Their final decision is based on whether the options are presented with positive or negative connotations. The method may increase a person's ability to exercise patience, since you need time and patience to think carefully before taking a decision. Soften things with a sense of humor. Having humor on the part of the caregiver can be of potential help in several ways. It can create a more relaxed atmosphere and helps break down barriers by facilitating the acting out of feelings or impulses in a safe way. Mapping personalities. One of the essential ways to master patience is to be able to instantly map personalities. Being able to understand different personality types and identify what is really driving their behavior can facilitate interaction with them.